Yo, morning, welcome to the channel. So today I have got to do some more second fix. So we are second fixing the downstairs loo, which we've created, and also the hallway. So we've got extractor fans put in, downlights, switch gear, and that's pretty much it. A couple of sockets, I think, a couple of cheeky sockets. Testing of the underfloor heating for the hallway as well. So the hallway has got underfloor heating that leads into the downstairs loo as well. So we'll try and rattle through all that as much as I possibly can with a bit of a gammy hand. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll get all that sorted today. So if you're new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you do. The link is in, I keep forgetting, it's either that corner, that one, or that one of those. Smash that for me and do me a solid and come to the Cool Guy Zone. As always, the client has brought me a cup of tea, absolutely fan-dabby-dosa, thanking you. So that's cool. So we have all skimmed out the ceiling, that's all sorted. So our downlights are actually above the actual ceiling, that's how we normally do it, do a map. Doesn't always happen. We have been caught out. And this is the downstairs loo that's been created because we've done a big extension out the back and a remodel, and also there's been some steels put in, which hence the reason why this boxing in's here, in the garagio, ready for a extension on the front at a later date, potential garage conversion, which I think is happening, but just not entirely sure when. So we've got our ducting that's already run out. I can actually feel the air coming through there, actually, funnily enough, because there's no gravity grill that's on at the minute at the far side of the garage. It is hammering it down, so whether I get that done today, I don't know, because I've got plenty of days here anyway. So the basic layout of this room is you've got a toilet that's going to be down here, radiator behind me, and sink is literally here. There's not much to show you like there. So the sink's going to be here. So we've got an extractor fan isolator up here, light switch down there to do, and then that'll be this room. So we've uprated the fan because it's quite a long draw out to the outside, which again, later date, we're going to have to alter slightly, I think, because if the garage conversion happens, then, or the extension when that happens, whatever, waffling. It's good for now, anyway. So what I'm going to do, get myself set up, and we're going to find the map, because it should be on our group WhatsApp, and should hopefully be able to get that sorted in one go. So, see you in a second. Okay, so downlights, okay, so what we've gone here is the centre of this ceiling void and 600 off each end, so that's basically where we're at. Want to make sure that obviously we confirm that, because I can't find the map, but it's not on our group, it's on Steve-O's phone, so never mind, it is what it is. Can I spin that round? Yeah, buddy. Okay, even though it's such a small room, I'm still going to use the site laser level to make sure that they all stay run nice and true, so best go and get it. Okay, they're all marked out, so next stage, get the drill out, get the dade on it, so if you don't see one of those, it's the dust and debris eliminator, dade, get one. Get one in your life. Right, so that's one of the downlights done. So you might be wondering why I've not pushed the downlight all the way up, and that is because obviously this is not the finished product on the colours. So Andy, the decorator, he is going to be coming in to sort all this out, and rather than having to then pull all those back down, I mean, obviously you've seen it's a plug and play system, so that's fine, but just trying to be you know, helpful to Andy. I like Andy, he's a nice guy. He's done loads of work for us on various different houses. I mean, I think this is the 13th house we've won on this one street. And he's done loads of work for all those clients. And you try and help him out. So he can take them down, unplug them if he wants to, but in fairness, Andy just likes them like this. And then once the job's all completed, he'll just push them up for me and I haven't got to worry about it. So looking out for another trade. Okay, so we've got the extractor fan here. So we're going to be using this one from Envirovent. It's a slightly uprated fan than usual, so we're going to smack that one on. Also, we're going to have this little bad boy, which is a flex connection unit, because there's going to be a powered mirror with a demister in here. So that's what we're going to stick on for there. I have made other ones, but sometimes with the mirrors and stuff that you get, there's hardly any cavity, so always try and put something on here. But I have made other ones where it's even slimmer profile than that, so that's fine. So light switches here up to the extractor here, and we're going to be using the BG Evolve fan isolator and single switch there, because it all matches through for the rest of the house, doesn't it? Let's be honest. So we've got that bad boy to do just there. And then the switches are going to be essentially looking like that, and not a double socket that's inside the kitchen in the bathroom. Won't be great, would it? We're doing the extractor fan isolator now. So just want to make sure that you guys are fully aware of obviously making sure you're using sleeving. The amount of jobs I've gone to and they've not been sleeved up, it seems like a little trivial thing, but it actually makes a massive difference, because obviously you need to be indicating on your cables what they're actually doing. So some people used to use tape, but tape's not really appropriate, because over time it actually falls off. The adhesive sort of comes away and that's the end of it, so it just comes off. So you've got to use sleeving basically. Always double your ends up, because it's really poor quality if you're literally just peeling the outer sheathing off and, well, the inner sheathing off, and just leave it as a straight connector. That's not a good joint. So like I say, the BG range that we're using is the Evolve, so which is these bad boys. Really, really cool. So just had a word with the client and stuff, because of the decorator coming in to sort all this lot out, which I think Andy's coming in tomorrow. I can just pop these covers off, so he hasn't got to take the actual fronts away, pop those around, he can paint around it, and we're not going to cause too much of a hassle for him, like I say, because there's quite a lot of them to do in here for him, and it just saves a bit of time. Also, as time moves on, the good thing about these is that they do loads of different finishes. So I think one of the ones that I quite like, giving a bit of a whirl, is going to be the copper one, because I've got in our studio at home, with the decor, I've got a bit of a jungle theme going on, and thought we'll try and give that a bit of a whirl. But yeah, so pretty decent setup really. So like I say, just give them a whirl. I thought it might be a good idea to actually add that it's not actually a paid promotion by them at all. It's just that it's a good product, good price, and yeah, just get on board with it. It really is. It's not. I'm not being paid to endorse it. It's just sharing the view with you lot. Sharing the view. Right. So we're doing the extractor fan at the minute, and so one of the things that you want to try and do. So this extractor fan in here is an insulated ducting that we've used, so you can just about see it there. So it has your normal center like this, and then on the outside of that you've got an insulated ducting that then runs around the whole thing, because you want to keep it as steam for as long as possible. So if you're using the insulated version, yes, it takes up more room, but in fairness, it's actually a much better job to do it that way. So the lads haven't knocked out all the plaster, which is a little bit annoying, but it isn't too much of a big drama, because there's a little tap with that bad boy, and then it's basically all come off. So it's not too much of a hassle. But what I'll do now is I'll push that back inside, and then I will offer the fan up, mark out where the cable comes through, push that through, and then fix it all up. Downstairs toilet now is all done and dusted. So we've got the Envirovent Silent 100. don't you know? So that bad boy's in. We've got the, mine's gone completely blank, flex outlet plate for the mirror, BG light switch, extractor fan isolator, downlight and downlight. That is all cool. So also just whacked this bad boy on, so that is there. Just done those two, so you've got the double socket and the fuse spur. So we're just coming up now to test the underfloor heating controls, which essentially is the same as that bad boy, because all the underfloor heating that we're using is from warm up. It's not a matted, this is all loose wire that we've used here. It's actually been a really good system for us to fit. The only downside, which we've found out as such, is that because of the back of the extension, or how big that is and how many matting and the loading and all the rest of it, that it's got to have had, we've had to install a snubber unit. So that's been the only thing that's really been a bit of a disappointment on that side, but it is what it is. I think in hindsight, looking back now, obviously what we'd have done is if we'd had to use a snubber unit for that size, then we'd relocate that to a different area. But also the other thing with that being said, is that we would have broke down the matting slightly differently. So like in here, we've got obviously the control for like the lounge, and then in this one, we've got it for the entrance hallway and then downstairs toilet, hence the reason why that way. So we've just done it slightly differently on this bit. So what we're up to now is we're going to come and test the underfloor heating, and we're going to do that together. Okay, so testing out the underfloor heating, so it is up to there, and what I normally do is tend to write on the ticket itself, so you have to do it when it first comes out of the box, and we've got 34.9 ohms. Then once it's been laid out before the tiles go down, it's 34.7, and then your last test is now before the commissioning process. So this one is a 6.5 amps for this, basically this bit, and obviously down that way. So I've already nulled my leads, we'll just turn them back on, and we should get a resistance. So your live and your neutral on here, and we've got 34.9. So what I now do normally is I'll write that on there. I can do it one-handed if I can. Look how good this is. 34, look at that, it's neat, isn't it? Yeah, looks like a toddler's drew it, spot on. So what I'll now do, just for reference, I'll take a photo of that, because obviously on your phone now it will actually come up with your location of your photo, so then that takes it all in, and then I generally put it all on our group chat as well, and obviously which room's what, so we can all isolate that off. So next stage is insulation resistance. So we'll move that over. I'll try and do this one-handed if I can. So link that onto my earth. I'll link those two out. So these clips are pretty awesome from Mega on the new one. So make sure they're not touching at all. Press and hold, and we should get 999. There we go. So she's good to go. So yesterday on the previous video, if you've seen it, there was a slight issue. The lads forgot to put in the temperature sensor, which was supposed to be under here, but it actually wasn't. It was tied up in amongst the cables that were sticking out here. So that was a massive oversight, hence the reason why there's no grout on this one. So they had to smash that up and relay it. So yeah, stinker. So another little tip for you. So when you're doing the termination of this, is what I would advise you to do is use a knife rather than like a cable stripping tool, which is there. Because with a cable stripping tool, what it does, it ends up breaking all the cores. So if you use your knife to cut down, obviously we need to cut all, like the majority of that off, but if you use the knife to cut down and then peel back, that actually works out a lot better, because if you try it further down, you might be lucky, but for me, it's actually knackered all the actual earthing arrangement that's in there, and that won't be that good, will it? So let's get that fitted. Yeah, that's a mess. So, right, what I've got is, other than a really untidy van, I'll try and get it here. So, what I'm looking for is a 2-gang light switch. It doesn't really matter about the colour, because, or even a 3-gang there, look, I've got one there, that'll do. That'll ding dang do. Because, I don't know what's happened, but there's a confusion. I'll put that in the old pocket just in case. Yes, I do need to sort this out. This is a mess. But basically, there's been a confusion. I don't know how it's happened, but I've ended up with a 3-gang matte black rather than a 2-gang. So I have to reorder one, but I just want to make sure that we can get that all sorted for today. But this is the story of my life. I'm just so busy. There you go. I'll have that 2-gang. That'll do, mate. So like I say, she'll do. She'll do. Get that in there. Yes, I do need to sort this out, and so crazy busy in here. Look, I mean, there's just loads going on. Now, I know we're spending a lot of money on the bot smart stuff, which is what we've done. It's fine, and it is wicked, and I absolutely love it. But ultimately, when you're trying to carry 2 almost trades as such, so I've got a load of plumbing stuff, which is here. I've also got the dust extractor, which I don't normally carry in, but I wanted to carry it in more with the view to me using it more, but then I've got all the plumbing stuff and all the rest of it. So bot smart stuff is wicked. It really is, if you're doing a single trade or you need a much bigger van. That's my view. So the plumber that we use for doing all our gas stuff, he's got all the bot smart and he manages to keep it all clean. So maybe the root problem is actually me, not the racking or the van size or the rest of it. But it's, you know, real world, isn't it? Real world problems. Right, so I've whacked on the 2-gang light switch there, so obviously that's for upstairs, and this one will be for those bad boys. So yes, I'll order another one in the matte black, which is that one, and now gotta go and stick that on. So naturally I'm gonna wait until it's raining, which is obviously the best way to go. So essentially that bad boy is gonna be going up there, because the idea of it is obviously when it's not on, it shuts that off and you get no draft backwards down into that downstairs loo. So I'm gonna try and get that on before I get absolutely soaked. So here we go. Essentially, turn your light switch on, would activate that little bad boy, and then that, through the high security right now, then that will then duct out of there, leading through down there. You see a little bit of the ducting, shooting across to the gable end, and then we'll get to here, and then that will go, and then all will be venting out, so all the nice smells we're going, whoa, out we go. Hence the reason why it's an uprated fan, because that is quite a draw. I think it's about 5 meters-ish, something like that, which isn't massive, but it's long enough. So yeah, so that's that. So another job done. Okay, all that's left to do is get all my stuff packed away now. That's a pretty decent day for me with a knackered hand. So yeah, so we managed to get finish off the second fix in the living room, got all the hallway done and tested, downstairs loo tested, gravity grill on. So yeah, so quite chuffed with that in fairness, and obviously going through a lot of other stuff and plans for moving forward for the next part of the job, which I think we've got to take out the ensuite now. So yeah, so thanks very much for watching. Like I say, if you've not subscribed, make sure you do. Links in one of these bad boys, and we shall see you next one. Take care.